I didn't click anything.
Is that rain? Damn, it is rain.
That's really weird.
Boop, 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 boop.
I just noticed it because like the chat was all fucking down, and I was like, "What the shit?"
Yep. So the radar changed. It's coming right over us.
Well, I guess Mask can lift it.
Yeah, we'll see. It comes down here in the next half an hour.
We'll bring one anyways, just in case the app is fucked, or we forget to fucking leave before fucking 1.
Or we can tell them to suck it. Give me a ride.
Just bring
I'll
one.
hold my breath the whole time. Don't worry about it. I threw like all of them away.
I'll find another one for you.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I stole yours. I think it's in my car.
My boat's one?
Yeah. Because I was wondering where I had to leave. I got a lift back to Old Town, so I didn't have a mask. And then I went in my car. I got in your car. I was like, "Fuck yeah, he's got a mask." And then I got in. And he's like, "You don't have to wear that if you don't want to." Okay.
I mean, we'll bring one just because we get with it, like, not if we have to. Again, this is
we can share one. You'll wear it, and I'll put my face against your face. That'd be kind of funny.
That would be kind of funny.
Someone sees us get in the car with our faces pressed together. Like, what the fuck are you doing? We're sharing a mask. Don't worry about it.
Beer's been sitting there for a while, something to be drank. That's one, like, beer's been sitting at my place for a while. It's like 2 months, but
It's a long time for your place.
see those 100 grams because they're not bad, but again, I can't drink like 15 of them.
I can barely drink 2. But we're gonna see what happens. That's why I started with this.
That's fair.
So they're so fucking sweet.
They're just like a weird heavy like scenario that I don't really like.
It's not like the heaviness of like a stout,
Yeah.
but it's like a light beer, but the honey also like super sweet.
It'd be a cooking beer, but not. I'll not buy
I
it.
just drink the champagne. I also. Is this a farter? Yep. Okay.
I also didn't eat today very much, so let's see how this goes off.
I had a meal replacement shake for dinner.
So you're gonna eat rowdy too.
Maybe. For lunch I had 4 cheeseburgers, a large fry, and a large cup.
Okay.
So we'll see. I come back and so I was craving cheeseburgers yesterday, but I already had my milkshake. I was like, no, I don't do it. But I was like, fuck it. I haven't drank my milkshake yet, or my meal shake. I'm gonna go to McDonald's. And I was also doing a fucking harness today. Did a harness on a 2012 Camry.
That's what you were telling me about last week.
Oh, bro. Luckily the dash doesn't have to come out, so you can take it apart enough to get under it. But it goes to the dash on the driver's side and the passenger side. It runs both headlights, all the front shit. So,
There's gotta be an easier way for them to do harnesses that I don't understand why they do it the way they do it. Because like having like connections.
Make everything wireless. That'd be fucking awesome, but crazy at the same time.
Right.
Think about like just normal connectivity problems you have with a computer. Just fucking the signal just drops out.
Well, it'd be on low band. It'd be on like.
But still, it's a signal. Signals
Right.
can cut out anything, especially with like the type of sensors and things you have running on a car. There's so many things that can interfere with the signal. It'd be pretty fucking tough.
Right. Yeah, I
also
agree.
saw a Tesla that somebody put a turbo diesel in.
Why? What is the point?
Just to be that guy.
Right. It's his.
I had this cute little cup holder shifter. It was a stick shift. But it was like the size of a cup holder. The stick was about that big. Had like a ping pong ball in it. And that's how you shift it. It was like in the cup holder. It was really funny.
Good leverage points if you're only having that long of a fucking shifter.
Yeah, no shit. Super short throw.
Yeah, I can't. I love these kids that are like, oh, I can't. The electrics are just bullshit. Blah blah blah. I was like,
Fuck you.
you can understand that you can like life changes. It's the same guys that were like carburetors for days back in the day. There's still guys that are carburetors.
Fuck those forever.
I hate carburetors.
Carburetors can suck it.
I hate brand new carburetors. I hate all
I
carburetors.
hate all carburetors.
They're all
suck.
garbage.
It's too much maintenance. There's a better way now.
Well, and the thing is, like, the reality is, like, they're poor at metering. They're poor at everything. Like,
not efficient. You've got to clean them regularly. Like, they're just a pain in the dick. And if you don't know how to adjust or tune any of it, you're fucked.
yeah, carburetors are stupid, and nobody should ever run them ever.
Like, I was talking to one of the guys about the Plaid because he hadn't heard about it. And I was like, putting the stats. I was like, how it goes from 0 to 180 and holds the horsepower, blah blah blah. He's like, well, what about after 180? I was like, who the fuck cares after 180?
It's one speed.
Yeah, where the fuck are you going past 180? It's
one speed.
Yeah, like it goes 0 to 180 in about 7 seconds. Is that not impressive? He's like, what? I just want to know what happens after it. I was like, well, go spend 150 grand and let me know.
They don't go anywhere. They're speed limited.
I was like, why the fuck do you need to go past 180? Where the fuck do you need to go past 180?
There's nowhere you can go past 180.
No. Like, unless you are doing it on like a fast track, like a video or some shit, you're not daily driving. You're not like ever.
I mean, I've gone basically that fast, but like you do it for like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
Like, hit that speed and back down.
Yeah.
It's just be like, cool, I hit that mark. Next.
Right.
It's like Sterling. Every time I went out there, I would make a point at some point to break 100. And now there's so many more. So many more cops on that fucking road now.
Yeah. No,
they got Mulberry. They monitor it by plane. I've actually seen the fucking planes flying up there sometimes. They get the lines on the road. And then on 34, like the cops for all the small towns actually like sit on the fucking highway now. There's the one part where like there's the rolly hills. That's so much fun. Hit 100, going on, you get that little fucking feeling in your stomach.
There's so. You know the road from Nunn to I-25?
Yes.
So like there's that big old fucking downhill.
Big whoopty.
I've done $1.45 on that in a shitbox car.
I almost made me kill a shitter pants when we were at my brother's house once. So we go out 34, and then when you get out to like Wiggins, before you get to like the main Wiggins exit, you can take this country road first, cross over 76, and then go to his house. So after you go over 76, there's a very fucking aggressive railroad track that like, ooh, like it's like a tabletop. And I didn't know that the first time, and I was going maybe like 70. It's country road.
Yeah, you're just flying, standard shit.
And I was like, oh, it probably doesn't, but like it goes up and then straight back down. Like fucking, we didn't lift off, but like the tires were probably barely on the ground.
I don't know. There's basically a jump on I-25 now. So like, you know, like if you go, I'm sure you've gone over it, and it's gotten worse recently too. When you're going south, and you're almost to 66, or no, was it Colorado? Maybe it was Colorado 6. It's
66 is Longmont.
Right. So it's farther that way. It's like when you're almost to like Costco and shit. That's on 6 or 7, some whatever that road is. Where like Costco and Topgolf, like right there. So like before that exit, when you're going south, if you're in the rightmost lane.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You know, like I watched like literally like if you're doing 75, 80 now, it lifts front tires off of SUVs. I've watched it happen.
There's also one if you're going on I-25, if you're in the left lane, when you pass the E470 exit, if you hug the fucking shoulder.
Oh yeah.
There's a nice fucking bump right there.
Nice little launch point. Just fucking. But yeah, fucking that right one has gotten really bad. I went down there.
You know what else I missed that they fixed is there was one on 287 when you were coming north from Longmont, when you made that S-turn, when you made the first turn going right, how it was just that kind of fucking wavy shit. You'd get in like this rhythm and it would fucking bounce your shit. They finally have it like under control. That's
how 270 used to be before they shaved it. Like back, this is like well before you were able to drive kind of situation. We're talking like 2005, I think, or 6 they shaved it, one of the two. But like you would drive down that shit and literally in our Wrangler you could jump it. Like straight up all 4 tires off the ground like multiple times. It was disgusting. Now, for idiots like us, fun. But for normal people, not so fun.
My brother almost got in an accident on 287 on that turn. He was going southbound, and that same turn is going the other way. It was so funny. Like when you, just like when you're at a shop, if you're riding or even a mechanic, doesn't matter. But when you hear somebody telling a story about what happened, and you're like, you're full of shit. That's not how it works. So he's sitting there because I had to go get my mom was out of town. So he calls her and be like, hey, like, so here's the story he told her, and so you can react to it the way that I did. He said he was going south, he made the turn, he hit a plastic water bottle on the road, which forced his car to swerve. Because apparently he explained it to where the bottle could hold enough pressure to where, like, it didn't pop, like it fucking fucked him up. Swerved through the median into oncoming traffic and then back and almost like nailed the fucking median where the bridge is, but he just grazed the side of it. She bought the whole fucking thing. So I get there, make sure he's okay and whatever. I was like, okay, so what happened? Because your story's bullshit. You ran over a plastic water bottle, it would just fucking explode.
Right.
You wouldn't even know it. You would hear it, but you wouldn't feel a fucking thing.
If you did it, you
felt
it hitting
like
your
a
car.
shitty Arrowhead bottle. I saw the bottle in the ground. Even if it was like a vitamin water bottle, it's a little more like stronger or body armor.
Right.
It's still just fucking. It's gonna crush.
Yeah.
You might feel it a little bit, but it's not gonna make you swerve. So he fell asleep at the wheel. Fucking through the median, woke up to oncoming traffic, freaked out, swerved back, and almost nailed the median head on. And swerved again and just kind of hit it with the side of his front.
I mean, shit happens.
So I heard that story. I was like, dude,
get out of here.
It's like, and then I go back to like the lies and shit you tell your parents when you're in high school. Like in the back of your brain, at least for me, I was thinking like, how the fuck am I getting away with this right now?
I just didn't tell them anything and just fixed it because that's what I did. I mean, one time.
Yeah, but even like outside the car, it's just like general lies.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know I'm lying? And it's either.
My parents were degenerates, so there was none of that.
Either my mom was just like super innocent and just doesn't know any better, or like then I'm like, okay, well, when I'm an adult, like it's weird to think about the things that Dorothy might lie to me about. They're not even a fucking thing yet.
Right.
So I won't even know anything about them. So then, yeah, it might be.
And that's possible. Like, my thing is like.
Again, I would like to think, hopefully, I'm smart enough to be able to be like, you're full of shit. What happened? But
well, it's also like having a better line of communication with your kids too. And it's being like, we all are fucking idiots. We do dumb shit. Like half our lives are fucking filmed these days.
Your dad still does dumb shit.
Yeah. Like I was looking at my phone. There's a picture of you fucking shirtless on the fucking couch last week. Just like, like I don't even know if you passed out. You were on the couch.
Oh, so yeah, I had my shirt. I was like, why was I shirtless?
Because we were wet.
Yeah.
I don't remember taking it, to be honest, but it was in there. Was it?
We got pretty toasty. Oh, that's right. I remember that where I laid down all fucking weird. Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
But you know, and that's one of those things. Like again, half our lives are fucking videotaped anyways, and we do dumb shit all the time.
Yeah.
So again, but it's about having a better line of communication where it's like you can tell me fucking anything because you're not gonna be
the
like
parent that's gonna like. Your kid's not like so fucking scaredy that they don't want to tell you.
Right.
You're just gonna lose your shit.
Right.
Which Michaela's gonna be fine at. I need to work on it. You're like, now you're fucking pissed.
Well, and that's just a general emotion that we, as you and I are, we need to get over that garbage too.
Yeah. Because
we fucking definitely still fucking be like, brah, and the next like fucking half an hour later, it's like whatever. I don't give a shit. It's just an immediate reaction.
Just in the moment, we're just like, oh fuck you.
But I remember one time driving cars, thinking it was like a dumb scenario that sounds like a lie, but definitely was not a lie. So we were driving the Wrangler that John still drives. Me and John were in it. And I was like probably like 18, maybe 17, 18, something like that. And we're just driving on the road, and we had a big old snowstorm. And so we're just driving through all the piles of snow. This is fucking Wrangler. And we smashed one. And I don't know if my dad believed me. I don't know if we ever told him, to be honest, because the bumper's still kind of fucked up. But one of them was a pile of rocks, like a gravel pile, in the road. Like somebody was like doing something with the gravel pile. And just, so we're like, what the fuck was that? Just smashed this, like, it's probably fucking like this tall. So we're like, sweet fucking snow pile. We're just gonna fucking blow through it, which probably fuck up shit anyways. A hard snow pile to get plowed into it. But just fucking, bam, like fucking launched the fucking Jeep.
Well, it's like when
that Jeep got fucking abused when I was a teenager. We got multiple times on two wheels going around corners. So you tag a fucking, it's a YJ.
Okay.
So it's super hard suspension. If you tag a curb going around a corner at like 80 speed, it's 2 wheels. Luckily, it's a stick shift, so you can like.
Doesn't bend anything. It just,
well, it like pops it up and you stuff a gear so you can pop it down.
Yeah.
But it was just all sorts of dumb shit. I've done so much dumb shit that like that's why I've never had to lie about like forever and ever. People was like, you don't do all that crazy shit, all this stuff, and then I broke my legs, and it was like, oh.
You are a psycho. Oh.
Yeah. Now, if I wanted to lie about anything, everybody just believe me whatever I wanted to lie about.
Yeah. Also, when you're an adult, no one really cares if you're lying.
Right. Because but what's the point? I don't need to hold up a lie. It makes no damn sense. Again, half it's fucking filmed anyways.
What was the toughest thing about lying when you were a kid? Is like just maintaining the lie. Like then if it goes on long enough, like you start getting confused. Like fuck, what have I lied about? Fuck.
That was like the easiest thing to for me, having, some family members that are habitual liars and that was like just getting pissed at the lie. We're like, why are you even lying? I already know that it's not. Being 15 years old, that's not true at all. Stop.
Right.
And then that's when it was like for me. I was like, oh, there's no fucking point. Just say whatever you want to say, even if it is fucking dumb as shit. It's not gonna fucking matter in the end game.
Yeah. Yeah, just like one of my relatives who's still got like a drinking problem. Just lies about it. Like, dude, we all know. We're not dumb.
Right. It's visually seen.
Like when we're at when we went out to a funeral, he was there and we go to the reception afterwards and he disappears. It's like, we know you're doing something that you don't want us to see. We're not stupid. You're either drinking or you went to go smoke weed or whatever. But you just can't handle it. You can't control it.
Right. Well, the thing is, it becomes part of their personality. And that's people in my life that I had to deal with on a regular basis that, this is constant bullshit. Where you're like, oh, they don't even understand that they're lying to you. They just lie because it's part of their shit. And that's something people that are honest have to understand is it's not because they're trying to deceive you.
This is what they do.
Right. It's just, that's how they operate. And that's a really hard thing to understand. And that was a big thing for me growing up too, is understanding that oh, this is just what that person does.
Like, you're an alcoholic and you're a liar.
Right.
That's what you do. Like when people hear oh yeah, he's an alcoholic, he's an addict, whatever, they understand it. When they know he's a liar, it's the same thing. Right. They just lie.
Yeah.
They just drink too much, they just lie. It's just what they do.
And that's just what it is. There's no... We want to put it a gray area. And they could stop if they wanted to stop, but they also have to notice that they're doing it. They have to be known. It has to be constantly put back at them that they're lying or whatever. And people me or whatever, where I'm I'm not even going to fight this time. That's just perpetuating that problem.
Yeah, for me, there's, I love self-deprecation. I think it's fucking hilarious. Being vulnerable and just being funny. And also, in a weird way, it's also, kind of modest.
Right, it totally is.
It's just shit on yourself for being an idiot. Because who fucking cares?
Right. It's
not a big deal.
It's when we're playing games and we're it's right fucking behind you, you fucking dumbass, situation. You're like,
oh. Yeah, look at that. That reminds me of that one fucking clip. I'm sure you've seen it when they're on top of the hotel by Superstore. You see the one where the guy thinks he went down? He's just laying down?
Yeah, I've definitely... we've done that.
He lays down, he's like, guys, come pick me up. And they look at him like, dude, just stand up. And he stands up and it's quiet, and he's just like, ugh.
Or it's if you're in shooting games or whatever, you're shooting somebody, and you hear the sound, and then they're just prone to stop shooting you, they hide situation. Yeah. You're like, oh, they're dead, and then they're not. You're like, fuck.
So there's
we were playing Muck the other day, and I was like, god damn it, I'm fucking. It was last night with Oak. When I was like, oh yeah, I have all this Oak in my fucking inventory right now.
I just need 5. Oh, I'm about 30. Dude, our mobility by the end of the game was ridiculous.
It was stupid. I wish I could slide it to a certain day, so it's a little bit harder.
Right, a day 5.
Right.
Beef it up a bit. Or the days I think the day should still progress. So if you can get it done quick, great. But if not, Like, dude, the fact that you didn't even have to hit Bob once. I was just hitting with arrows.
Well, now we know what we can actually obtain and do, which is wild in that game. Like, to be able to, like...
But the increasing difficulty and the mobs at night fucks everything up. Because, like, we would just farm through the night and do our thing. Like, to the point where it was all day zero shit, where we had adamantite swords. Just one-shotting things. Then you got the big sword, I got the spear. It was fucking over.
Dude, the big sword is stupid.
Dude, I was one-shotting the big, like, chunk. One shot.
Yeah, done. It was
ridiculous.
Just so dumb. That game, for how dumb and stupid it is quite fun. Especially like last time when we were like, that map was massive because obviously gamer mode is like
jump across half the fucking map.
It was pretty fucking stupid.
But there was. Did you hear about the new perks that they added to Warzone?
I heard a little bit about them. We'll have to see when the see-through walls thing is kind of janky. I don't think that's a good perk.
The Combat Scout?
Yeah.
Just a live ping.
But
all that perk, I think that perk's kind of dumb because all it does is, which would help people like me out who are bad at communicating where people are. If I'm shooting somebody, it automatically pings them.
Right.
A live ping so everybody knows where they're at if I'm in a fight. Which is kind of cool, but that could be overcome by just good communication. But then, did you hear about the tempered one?
The tempered one seems like a cool idea.
So you use 2 plate. The plates now are 75 hit points each instead of 50.
Right.
So you can wear 2 at a time. They last longer, so you still hold a full satchel.
Right. So, but again, you're taking away
over, like your ghost, your
high alert.
High alert
those,
like
which
that.
are super
helpful. High alert's fucking tits.
Right. Especially on like Verdansk, like playing duos and stuff. Great.
But the fact that like you got 8 plates,
also,
so you got 2 full sets of armor. Where now you got 8 plates, and you got 4 full sets of armor.
We were playing on Wednesday, and I put on for the memes. Like I was like, "Fuck it, I don't care. I don't want to play this game. Like it's bullshit right now." I love the game still. Like I wish it wasn't overrun with hackers.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and unfortunately, it's kind of PC gaming right now too, and it really sucks. But I put on crossbow with explosive rounds.
Nice.
And that dually setup. Those dualies are disgusting.
Yeah.
You gotta be close, especially. I took the monolithic off so I could have some more bullets in it because it's pretty hard to clown through like 3 people with only 17 each. But literally, like I was doing it for the memes, and teams would come and I'd be just mowing over people, like to the point where like I'm sure that I got fucking reported a few times because like it was nasty. And then the explosive round crossbow, if you hit anything, you can literally kill people immediately. So like if you
because it'll down them and then finish them. Yeah.
So it's better than because like once it explodes on them, it actually fully kills them. Unlike thermite, which will burn them for a while.
Right.
But typically, like they'll survive. It like so like the explosive like
unless they're stuck
if you hit the upper chest. So it like doesn't it will down them with the upper chest
and
shot.
Then it'll blow up.
Right. Whereas a thermite with an upper chest doesn't fully kill them.
Which is surprising to me. Show me one human who could take a thermite to the chest.
Well, nobody can, but it's what's video games.
Yeah.
You also
couldn't take that many bullets either.
Like 3 armor plates ain't doing shit for you.
Yeah. You would think with like the way that I hit people, like legs would do more damage. Your plates aren't on your fucking legs.
Right. But it's video games. We have to be fun.
Yeah.
So, and I still think it's one of the best like battle royales ever. It's just the overrun of cheaters is fucking wild. And I don't know what they're gonna do with this World War II integration.
I don't know. I hope enough people stop playing it where they just use easy. Do something to try to help. We understand it's never gonna be perfect. There's gonna be cheaters, but right now it's stupid. Like I almost the other day I was like, I'm just gonna make another account and start cheating so I can enjoy the fucking game.
I mean, I thought about it too.
Why not? Just get high kill games, fucking clap cheeks.
With ground loot,
just fuck it. Why not? I also saw a video the other day.
I think that's part of the problem is that other people are also doing.
They're just like,
why
fuck
not?
it. Can't beat them, join them. They're not doing anything serious about it. I'm like, what was it? Who has the anti-cheat right now that's banning hardware?
It doesn't matter.
How?
The hardware IDs are easy to spoof.
Are they?
Super easy.
That's gay.
IP addresses, log under VPN.
Right. Yeah.
So that's part. That's like the thing is like all that stuff. Because
There's not an efficient way to ban someone permanently. That's the problem.
They just got to make it hurt a lot more, and I think that shadow banning them is the way to go. Is if you have a greater than a 20 KD, you're immediately put into fucking only people that are 20 above.
Yeah, put them all in their own fucking
So like it kind of, which like fair enough. Like if they all want to have a big ass KD and play, you know, whatever.
Good, just have a lobby full of 100 cheaters, and I would actually want to see that.
Right, it's like it'd be like the Olympics if everybody had steroids.
It's just, dude, first one to the gun and everyone just fucking ate by it.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking nuts. The game's over in the first circle.
It'd be kind of fun to watch, actually.
It would be kind of fun to watch, or even participate in.
Right.
Fuck it. It's kind of like a game of chance. Is someone gonna automatically click to you? Figure it out.
Right. It's just like it'd be like this. It's kind of like just having a roulette game that like this person dies every fucking 30 seconds. Like just every like so like the thing is all right whatever is somebody fucking dies every 30 seconds.
Well, like,
they just need more. They need more fun modes in that
like
game.
so when the circles are coming in, every center has a circle point. Every 30 seconds of the game, whichever player is furthest from that center point, the entire map dies. Just fucking keel's over.
Or just downs, just random downage.
Because then that mitigates people like riding the fucking smoke in.
Right.
But it's so funny. We're fucking running against the gas. There's one of us. Oh, it's fucking dead.
So like, they just need more fun game modes, and I think that's the thing like that I like to see. Like even like in Cold War, that I like to see some fun game modes where it's just like when they had like the sniper shotguns in Warzone the first like season. Mm-hmm. That was fun as shit, just because it's like silly as fuck. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like what I think that like if they put more silly fun stuff in there, and like not make it so like serious about like all gaming right now is just like too serious. And we just need to have fun silly shit. Yeah.
Battle Royale, hands only.
Well, it's like I told you with
hands and melee weapons.
The one that I want to make is like that. Do you see that Animals game that I posted up there a while back? They did like a trial run in September last year, and it hasn't come back on since the thing. But you basically just beat each other up until like there's no life bars or whatever, but like you can die or if you get knocked off the map. And so it's kind of like Gang Beasts, but like. It's
no, I saw okay. So
but I want a battle royale like that with like 100 people on the map the size of fucking where like the time to kill is like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So like but like you have dumb weapons where it's like hard to do anything or whatever, but like if you hit every one of them it's like 4 seconds. Something like that where it's like a little more fun where like the end game has like 20 people in it.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be way more fun is like and have dumb physics and dumb shit. It'd be such a fun game mode to have, and you could make skins. It's like Fall Guys, random skins for dumb bullshit. Nobody fucking does whatever, but like basically like Fall Guys, but like an actual battle royale instead of like game.
The perk system of Muck in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like a random loot chest, you just pick up a random perk, doubles your jump. So all of a sudden you can jump onto the top of the fucking like hospital.
Right. Wouldn't that be fun?
Like zombies.
Yeah, just
like
something.
Just weird random perks you can get.
Right. And that's why like we like zombies so much because it was super fun to fucking play.
Oh, so fun.
And that's kind of thing is like we just need more fun shit to play around with like that, where it's like much more random. It's not like random where you're gonna be like invincible. Like that's my problem that I have with like Apex, is like I get like the ammo stuff and that kind of stuff. Is it Seth? It's gotta be. Oh, it's a win game. He didn't respond to me, but he showed up. We only have a few beers. I didn't know you were coming.
Oh yeah.
But drink some beers or drink some tequila. We were gonna go out here in a little bit too.
Ooh, honey ground. Awesome.
I'll move the camera. You didn't respond to me, so.
Alright, hang on.
Where are you going? This guy here.
I don't fucking know it.
Is there autofocus? Okay, there it goes. It's like, what the fuck?
Just takes a minute. Close enough. But yeah, I just want some like more like fun scenarios. Like again, like even like Back 4 Blood was pretty fun, But again, it's still kind of a serious scenario. You still like, got to move forward, do the kind of, do the shit. Whereas I just want
the
like
versus mode was pretty fun too.
that was pretty fun. The team we had was not.
We fucked. Like they had a good strategy, but the circle wasn't on their side. As soon as they had to come out of that building, they were fucked.
Well, and I got in there and fucked him up too for a little bit too.
I was in there a couple times with my tall boy, and they were all in the corner, just fucking slam. Yeah, I killed one, but they're all just aiming fire.
But yeah, I just want more like fun stuff, and that's like, even when we started playing GTA, it was like, hey, you gotta stop being so fucking serious right now.
Yeah.
Your outfits, like every time you did something,
way too serious. Way too serious.
And that's the thing is like, I just want more like silly scenarios. There's a game that I really want to play. They just made it multiplayer. It's like, Just Die Already is what it's called. It's like, it's super. I'll bring up a video real quick.
You know what else would be funny? For fun, like a Battle Royale demo derby.
Just a big ass area where you can like jump and do
Like no, just
shit.
picture the game mode in Call of Duty. Like add a few vehicles, add shit that you can do to the vehicles.
Yeah, that would be
And there's no weapons, no shit. It's all vehicles.
That would be pretty fun. The servers would fucking eat shit for sure with that many cars, but
Figure it out.
yeah, I agree.
That would be fucking awesome.
That's having the right keyboard here.
Wish I knew how to make games. We could make some fun shit.
I know. I just want someone to believe in what I got, but
We could make some fun fucking games. At least ideally games. Oh, what the fuck is this?
I know how to repel these things.
So it's called Just Die Already.
Just Die Already is a game
Let's get
where
this.
you can be hard. As it does. Oh, never mind. You stole my arm. I stole your life. What? Give me that shit back. Turn it into a chicken nugget. Needs to be some sort of
So like, let's go a little further ahead. It's just a silly game, and we.
Yeah, there's no cars coming anymore. Stop going. What's so like? You look like Danny DeVito.
But like, it's just it's such a silly. Apparently, the mattress is OP as fuck, but.
Well, that would also be a thing. Like if everyone was also on the.
It's fucking great. It's fantastic. But yeah, I just want like to play silly shit because like again like we're all like not bad at gaming by any means, but like
We need to have more fun with it.
yeah, it just gets a little
Like-
old
and, like,
being
our group-
serious.
That's also like not only just the games we play. Our group just needs to be like more. Let's fuck around.
Right. And that was like what's stupid about like, again my just for memes loadout in Warzone, which is like, where the fuck did we get go?
No. Grabbed a beer and left.
It'd be funny that's all he did.
And then you just go, ooh, honey brown.
Can I have another one of those beers? But yeah, I want to do like this shit. It's so silly, like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like even like just for memes loadout in Warzone, I was like, oh, it's kind of good. And if you're good with the crossbow, it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, if you can hit your shots, especially with that explosive round, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and like I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna be carrying the team with my silly loadout right now. But that's why like people are also like playing like Cali sticks and riot shield. It's just there to piss other people off.
Yeah, but it's
100
also a good
It's
loadout.
super fun to play.
If you're good with it too.
My problem is I get a little overzealous with it. As I'll kill like two of them, like, oh, I can get the other two, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah. But yeah,
Like,
it's
Battle Royale Prop Hunt.
oh my, that'd be great.
150 people
The
props
shrinking circle,
with a shrinking circle.
with like one team being the
But be like stupid where, you're a fucking container in you're getting caught and all of a sudden you change. Bam, you're a stadium. Have fun. Like, because now you're a tank of an object. But good luck hiding, bitch.
So yeah, I mean, that would be really fun. Like, again, a 150 person, like prop hunt where you have, like, one team. Like, you just roll the dice. One team is the hunters.
Oh my God.
Or maybe, let's say, like,
Let's do, like, 4 teams.
4 teams. Like, 40 people
Like
are...
10% roughly
Right.
of the people are hunters. But then you still have fucking, what is that? 130 people?
Right.
Ish, a little more, that are props.
And again,
Dude,
do the stun
the
shit would be
annoying
crazy.
fucking whistle. 130 people whistling. That'd be great.
Or maybe just have areas where people drop first, and then it shrinks. So like you get like 4 teams. So each corner of the map has a team of hunters, and then the rest of the people are split up in the quads as well. They're all on one team, but like in quadrants. So like let's put like 5. So there's 20 hunters total. They're on the hunters team, and then there's fucking. There's gotta be some way to kill the hunters though.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you can like blow up explosives or something like every like.
You set traps or
Yeah,
something.
it's like a trap where like they're stuck for like 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But like if they get stuck like where the gas is coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like something like that, and then so you got quadrants of that scenario, and then it all shrinks in from there. So that way you can't just have like all of it on one side or the other. It's like, oh, you're launching, right here. Now get your thing. You got 25 seconds to figure it out, right here, and then it's fucking bam.
Talk to me about that new paddle board. Let's go.
I saw it. Yeah, I am down to go. It's fucking orange as shit. It's very, very orange, but it's fucking pretty dope for the price I paid for it. $250. Came the bag, the whole shebang. I was looking at trying to figure out who makes it, and there's a lot of manufacturers in China that make them, and they're way cheap. We could have bought 10 of them for $1,000 instead of.
It's fucking cool.
It's cool as fuck. I'm excited to go. I'm gonna probably tomorrow. I was gonna go hiking, but I don't think I'm gonna get up at 3 a.m. because we're gonna party tonight. But yeah, it's very orange. I maybe should have got a subtler color. Yeah, it came with the bag and everything. It's over here.
If you go, we will go with you.
All right, let's do that. I'm totally down to go. Yeah, you can probably see like how orange it is on the camera. It's fucking orange. But I pumped up, make sure I had no holes today, and I'm ready to go hit water with it. I also bought like floating phone bags too, so I can use my phone out there, take pictures without having to worry about losing your phone. But if you want to go tomorrow, let's go tomorrow. That'll be a super fun time, actually.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Ready to get my fat ass on the wire. Especially after this week, it's sucked giant donkey dick, so I'm ready to.
We have so many of those food bags right now.
Yeah, I got there was the waterproof ones, and then there's like these ones that I got. They actually like have air in them, so they float. So I can't actually like fully lose it. And they're cheap as fuck. I don't know why people lose their phones.
Same. The week same.
Yeah. I'm having a feeling that I'm not the only person that had a shitty fucking week, so I'm glad that you have.
We have a couple of those.
Cool. I mean, they were cheap as fuck. I think it was like $10 for 2 of them. I'm hoping that like it floats my phone. My phone's kind of heavy. But yeah, it should be a good time. I'm excited because I haven't been out. Like, I've been on the river twice, and then the floods happened, so I can't do that right now. Let's go tomorrow. I'm ready to get sunburned. I don't care. I do not care. I am confused on where the fucking Wingate went. The fuck is this kid?
I'll bring ours and we can see what works best. We can swap phone
Yeah.
bags.
Phone bags. Again, if it doesn't work, like I'll just send it back. It was just fucking from the Amazon scenario. So.
We have so much sunscreen.
Well, I don't need a ton because I don't burn that bad. So it takes like 8 hours on the fucking water to burn. But I'm down. Plus, I think I got I got the 11-foot board, so it should be able to hold my big ass a little easier than a smaller one.
We have the sunscreen you put on your hair.
You have the sunscreen you put on your hair? I don't know if I've ever put sunscreen on my hair. That's more of a John problem, I'm sure. Not a me problem. Where the fuck did this kid go? Travis has taken the nightly phone call for the Friday.
It exists. We haven't used it yet. It is a John thing for sure.
Yeah, I was like, I may have a 5 head, but I don't have thinning hair. Luckily, considering my entire family lineage is a balding head scenario. But yeah, I'm excited. Again, it was just a random purchase that I told you that I was going to buy anyways, but here it is. I have no idea.
What?
Okay. I have no idea where he went. It's going to be great if
I'm
you just...
so excited. Tomorrow is going to be so fun.
Yeah. Let's go. I don't know how the weather's going to be, since this random rainstorm came through today. It says like 5% tomorrow, so we should be good. We should be solid on the rain. I don't even know where we launch or anything like that.
I don't know where he went. I don't see him out back or out front.
this man just came and got a beer and
Just left?
which would be fucking hilarious. Don't get me wrong. Is there any like random cars out front?
No. I don't see any cars. This has like the normal cars that are usually here. He's not here.
I mean, fair fucking play, but that's fucking hilarious.
We should be okay. Do you want to ride with us? We have the park pass so we can park over.
Yeah, that's fine. We can set that up.
Look at that tan line right there.
Oh, from the classes.
Yeah.
It used to be like really bad, like when I worked at the shop all the time, you know, in and out, like towing cars and doing all the shit. Like I'd get fucking like as dark as that goddamn table, and then like pull the glasses off and just fucking
This white line.
It got really bad too. Like when I used to like do the rubber gloves things, like because I started doing the rubber gloves always for everything.
Mm-hmm.
We have the backpack cooler for beers.
Perfect. I have a bunch since we talked about this the last time. So you're supposed to have a personal like flotation device, also when you're on there, and I have a bunch that I forgot that like my dad gave me for no reason. He's all, oh, you know people have boats. He gave us a stack of fucking like life vests and shit in the hole. He like put it in the car. Like it wasn't like here you go. Like do you need this? It was like he just like put it.
Take
in,
these.
yeah, and I was like okay, but now I have a reason for them.
Right.
So plus.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that fucking pack came with like a water bag and all like the pump and all that shit. It's fucking.
Seriously, at the right time of the season where you don't have to worry about rocks, I would love to see you take that thing down the pooter. I would fucking love to do it. I might get one. Just
You have to put a helmet on it, but motherfucker, you fall down
It's just surfing on a river.
with rocks. You're still gonna have to like. Literally, the last time that I went like on the pooter on the top side, I fell off and like smashed my head. I was like, ooh.
If I'm worried about like that, I'm gonna wear like a bite suit with like a dog's. Fucking pillow suit on.
I mean, you're gonna need a helmet. if you're gonna try to paddleboard down that shit. It's not that wide. This thing's like the tubes or like the air mattress. Like the air mattress is fucking wide, but and like tubes like
It's super easy to lose your balance on that thing.
yeah. I mean, we can't do the river thing right now just because of fucking flooding shit. So they like tore up the fucking like.
Yeah.
There's just black shit everywhere and it's gross.
It would be fun to go like kayaking down it.
I considered buying a sit-on kayak instead of a paddleboard.
You can sit on your paddleboard.
Well, yeah, that's what a lot of people do. That's what Kate does too. Don't pretend. But like a sit-on kayak is plastic and hard, so you can't blow them up.
Right.
So I thought about doing that scenario, like
Take more space. You have to get a rack to carry them. Blah blah blah.
right. So and they're not like crazy expensive either, because like it'd be like $400 or $500 for like a decent one. I actually found plastic stand-up paddleboards for like on that Chinese website for like basically the same price that I pay for that. I was like, oh, that would have been kind of fun actually, as having a hard one.
Yeah.
That you can't really destroy. And that's like the only problem like buying like that one where I was like, should I
That's a
spend
good
the
first
money?
one,
Like, well, it was more like should I spend the money just because I don't want to like pop or have holes or that kind of shit in it. But like once I started like realizing like the ones that are $400, $500 are basically the same thing. They just have a better brand or a better look or something like that. Where it's like,
Well, plus if you're just taking it like in a lake and stuff,
yeah,
you're not gonna be worrying about it. Like,
right.
If you got it to go down a river, yeah, get a hard one.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna hit something.
Right.
Have an extra couple fins with you, like, because you're gonna fuck shit up.
Right. And that was the thing is like like if we had big rivers here.
Right. Not these little streams.
Right, or fast moving rivers is part of the problem too. Is like if we were like in like
They're narrow and they're
the
quick.
Mississippi or in Florida or something like that, like we're like, oh, like it's basically a fucking moving lake. It'd be that's no problem.
Right.
And that was like my only issue. Like once I figured that like all the like sub $700 ones are all the same, and even a lot of the more expensive ones that I've looked at too, I was like, I found one like I saw an ad for like it was like 2 for 1, and they wanted like $1,200. I was like, oh, this is the same style of everything,
Yeah.
but they're $1,200, but you get 2 for 1. That's what I was saying. Maybe we should just start doing custom ones and just start selling them.
Yeah.
My face on them.
Fuck.
That'd be fantastic.
Can they shape the fin into a penis?
I'm probably. You see all the random shit on Wish?
Because you'll never really see it. Just like you pick it up out of the wire, it's just this big little ding. And have it be like somewhat soft.
Just a silicone
It's
dildo.
rigid enough. Well, no, because you still want some sort of rudder to it.
Dildos are. You can make pretty solid dildos too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think it's. That's one of those things where I'm like, man, maybe I should just start selling this random shit with my fucking logo on it, for like, and then start putting ads on it. Like, oh, but it's the right price for $250. Just yeah, and I still make $100 on that shit.
Curiosity. What the fuck is this? Oh,
Right.
okay.
So yeah, like now I saw that I was like, man, that and all the minimum orders are 1, by the way. I was
Great.
like, I might as well have done the custom one for fucking one for 150, 100. Let's say it was $170, but it's custom,
Right.
so it has all my fucking whatever I want on it, instead of having bought somebody else's fucking shit.
Yeah.
It would have been funny. But I didn't realize it until I was like, man, I should really look at like, once I saw it, I was like, oh, this is exactly the same, like, the parts are all exactly the same as the one I was looking at Shields, and I was like, oh, this got a bunch of markup, and I didn't realize it was fucking 100% markup on top of it, if not a little bit more.
Yeah.
And like, literally, I was looking at the pictures from that one website. I don't know if it's still up here. Literally, these are the same pictures that are like on the Chinese site. Like, like they're the same.
Same thing.
Yeah, they just have like their custom one in the picture instead. But
It's not bad.
so yeah, so like those ones, like if you bought like 100 of them at $150, It's 15 grand. Don't get me wrong. But then you're selling them
If you
for
could
fucking.
double that,
But if you're selling for $300, which is still less than the other one,
so you just
but more than like the one that I paid.
make a 15 grand profit.
Right. And to do nothing, you have to sell them and ship them. Once you have them.
Yeah. Be awesome.
And the box, came in was a little smaller than the box that, the bag it has.
Mm-hmm.
The bag to make it so it's easier to put in there. It weighs 20 pounds. So, you're shipping that. It's going to cost $50 to ship, but you can make people pay for that.
You know, pay for shipping. It says Amazon Prime, bitch.
Right. So, it's one of those things, you sell them for, and I almost bought the $400 one that was the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, well, might as well fucking sell them for $300 if it costs $150 with my logo on the side of them to start selling this random ass shit.
Selling them.
Yeah, it'd be an initial investment, but even then I don't have to buy 100 of them. I can buy 10 of them, $1,500. It's a much easier scenario.
Yeah.
Make $3,000 immediately, put it back into it, and I can even put on the website. These are fucking bullshit. You're just paying me to fucking get them over here, and that's what you're doing. Because nobody actually gives a shit.
No.
So I'm like, it's a possible scenario that I think is not that bad of an idea.
Not at all.
Right, and even if you buy again 10 of them for
2,000 pieces, 60 a piece.
right. So if you got big,
That's what 60. What is that?
it's $120.
120 grand. But then you could make 600,000.
Times that by
300?
5, 6. Because you sell for 300.
Right.
Easy 300.
So 300 times 2,000. That's
600,000 minus 120,000.
a ton of fucking money from no effort.
Right.
Just shipping.
Right. I mean, you have to sell
And then-
2,000 of them, but
You also have to have a place to store 2,000 of them.
that 2,000 of that size of box would be a pretty large amount of boxes.
That's down here.
Yeah.
That's this entire space.
I mean, I have space for that. I could make
Right,
that
you have
happen.
other places, yeah.
Right.
Still, that's a lot of fucking inventory.
Right.
That might not sell.
Right. And then unless you're a big timer, you're selling 100 a day kind of situation, you're not going to spend that. You're not going to do that much, anyways. But if you did get to that size, I mean, I couldn't believe how inexpensive the scenario was. And yeah, I wouldn't want to buy one for myself right now for that, just because the lead time is probably a few weeks.
Right, yeah.
Plus shipping on that would take a while. Just shipping right now sucks. But if you were gonna buy a bunch of them, it wouldn't be that bad of an idea. And it's one of those things maybe it's maybe we should have thought about it in the midwinter and looked at all this shit and just fucking really did it for everybody. That way everybody had one. Because even if we did it that way, it's we all have one color and that sucks, but
Yeah.
who cares? But yeah, it's kind of one of those we can do some fun stuff. I think this is the same one as this one right here. I know it's got a different top, but there's so many of them. It'd be hard to find exactly the same one they have. Plus,
Right.
They can order their custom ones from them. How they want it, the sizing, and all that kind of stuff. It's the bodyboards. 10-piece bodyboards for $40. So $400, you have 10 bodyboards, which is nothing.
No.
Especially with custom logos and stuff on them. It's just kind of crazy. Nice.
Yeah.
You want to buy one. Again, the custom logo scenario was
Thought that would be great for Dorothy.
right?
The kids? You don't want to commit to putting a full trampoline in your yard?
Well, and you can't hurt yourself on the metal on
Right.
the trampoline, but you're not getting caught in metal. It's actually not a bad price for that either.
No, it's not.
Age group adult. That's not an adult. But you get one that's fucking 14 feet in diameter.
That's big. It's like the ones you see on lakes that most people get.
Right. And again, I'm sure like it's not like I'm sure this is for the smallest one.
Right.
But like the bigger one's probably not that much more. You're probably looking $20.
Yeah.
Again, just toss it out in the fucking yard, even if it's not on the water.
Fuck yeah.
I am dying inside laughing that Wingate just came and got a beer and then
Left.
fucking
It's fucking great.
it's so fantastic. So good. How long are we actually into this? I actually don't even know.
Probably about an hour and 20.
Yeah, it's not that way.
Just got home from a long day dealing with 2 swollen wasp stings and shitty people.
I do love the fucking random. Oh yeah? Some Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Hill is a crazy person. I like her music a bunch, but she is just outrageous. How's Stefan? Since we chatted briefly last night, but didn't really get into anything. Hopefully you're doing well. It's been too long since I've seen you. Too long. Too damn long. I'll make that second bowl here, and then we'll smoke it for a little bit, and then we can bounce.
Okay, I want to pee again.
Well, I'll wait till after you pee. You struggling to stand up there or what?
Yeah, I'm sold.
Okay, guy, that's...
I got stuck in the car the other day.
You get stuck in the car?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely have to explain this scenario. I get stuck in the car. Bam, 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 bam. I hate like shitty ads where they're like, "Oh, it's not a bank, but we're desperately in desperate times." That's what it is. That's what it is. A deputy almost lost his life after being exposed to fentanyl. Probably not. Proudly brewed since 1878. Where is this made? Genesee Brewing, Rochester, New York. They have ball cans.
But yeah, I got stuck in the car the other day.
So you got stuck in the car the other day.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the story.
That's just you
So
just couldn't do it.
I was.
No, dude, the door handle is too rough to open. Can't do it.
I was doing another
Can't do
harness.
it. The door locks locked. Can't do it.
I was doing another harness and I was on my back up under the driver's side.
Yeah.
I pinched a nerve. I couldn't get out, dude.
So it wasn't like you were driving. You were actually working on a car.
I was working on it.
Okay.
I was like,
I thought you were just stuck in your work van, like.
no, it's like I'm on my back up under
Can't do
there.
it.
I feel it, something pinch. I'm like, oh fuck. I try to move. I'm like, shit. I'm in this weird position where I can't really move without bending my back. I sit there for a little bit. I was like, maybe it'll go away. And it didn't. I was under there for like 10 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck. So I just had to like pull myself out and just deal with it. That hurt so fucking bad. So bad.
I love the thing like you're working on cars and you're underneath like the dashboard, and the only way you can like really do it is to like put your feet to the headliner.
Yeah.
You're like full shoulder, like you're like slouched like you're in a chair slouch.
You're sitting
But,
in
like,
the
you're
seat
upside
backwards.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like cool. this is dope. Especially us being like bigger dudes too. It's like that
There's no
much more
room.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm glad that I've been like a flexible boy my entire life, because like, you know, like working with the random people my dad hired would be like, cool, they're definitely not doing any of this. You just stuff yourself into a fucking trunk, like doing some wiring back there or something. But yeah, being a big boy has always been a problem when it comes to working on cars and being in tight situations. Especially like your height, only like most fucking hoists.
Oh yeah.
Where you're like, cool, now I just stand like this fucking all day.
With the highest fucking lock, it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, see, I had problems with that, like working on postal trucks, because like since they're 7 foot tall, we got the,
You can only raise them so high.
Right, it's just you're touching the top. And you're like, cool.
Yeah.
It's always a sick scenario when you're just under a car for fucking 4 hours. I worked on a few motorhomes that were like Class A style, so like, you know, you could pull them on a hoist, you just couldn't go very far. And be like, cool, I'm moving a transmission on a chair apparently. It's better than doing it on the ground,
Right.
but like you're still like,
It's better than like hunching over trying to get it.
right. Well, there was one that I remember working on that was like a carpet cleaning van, but like it had like the big old body on it for some reason. And kind of like the new tall boy fucking vans that they have now, where like again, like a lot of older hoists definitely can't handle that stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily newer hoists are better about that. But so you'd be like, you know, sitting there like, well, how am I gonna work on this? Either do it on the ground, because you can't really hunch over like this far to do it.
No.
So like, you're like, well, I guess I'm getting the roller chair all day.
Yep.
Still a giant pain in the ass. Especially when you don't have proper transmission jacks. And even transmission jacks only fucking typically lower like there.
Yep.
So you're like, cool, I'm having like rig up a bunch of random floor jack with metal pipes and shit.
Some sketchy shit we gotta deal with,
Always.
dude.
It's a lot of people that don't understand about like working on cars.
It's shitty.
It's kind of sketchy.
Super
all the
sketchy.
time. Again, working on a two-post lift, that's sketchy in its own. Like you're gonna beat off like, you know, some shocks or something.
It was
on a
$4
failed
grand
truck.
sitting above your head, being held by 2 little steel locks.
Yeah.
If you actually use locks. If not, just being held up by hydraulic pressure.
Which is one of the strongest ways to do anything. But
Unless it line ruptures.
right, which is also pretty rare. Well, I mean, again, but you're right.
It happens, but it's rare.
sketchy. It's sketchy, and this thing's like, you know, you get a big old fucking quad cab long bed pickup on one.
Big old fucking diesel. You have to put like a fucking dead man on the hitch just to make sure it doesn't tip off.
Because like sometimes you're beating on a tire or brakes or something, and it's all
Yeah.
like doing a wave.
So my mom was always like, anytime she had something like, "Oh, that's dangerous," I was like, "You remember what I do for a living, right?"
Right.
There's any day I could not come back. If you want to talk worst case scenarios,
Easily.
I could get smashed by a car, instantly be dead, and it's over.
Right.
And you're okay with me doing that every day. What, you're gonna freak out about a motorcycle? The only difference is that car's gonna smush me while we're moving.
Yeah, which is a big difference.
And it's also a lot more common than
right. There's a lot
racks
more.
failing.
There's a lot of other people.
Or do like motorhome racks. Super sketchy.
The one bus racks where they have their.
You're
separate.
lifting 40. Oh yeah, like the mobile shit.
Yeah, or because you go buses they don't like you know, since they're different lengths, you can't just have one rack that fits
Right,
them.
so like the mobile wheel jacks.
Yeah, and so like they're like just fucking like they all and they just each of them go burn. They do their own thing. That's ever since the bus like people behind us would fucking have their shit. I was like, man, that's a wild ride.
Yeah.
Wind would come up because their shop wasn't big enough, so they had to roll them outside.
Seth, why'd you shave your head?
Because he felt like it. But yeah, you can see the wind come up and go, And even I had problems with that working on like the medium duty pulse truck stuff, like be outside on a jack or whatever, and the wind would come up, you're like,
Oh boy.
and just, you know, they make a ton of noise too, so, you know, the fucking walls are so thin.
Oh yeah.
So they're, and you're like, this is sketchy, but here I am.
It's a sketchy job sometimes, man.
I've done so much sketchy shit working on cars just because, again, the cheapness of my dad. No, it's fine. We can work on that. I don't think we should be working on fucking motorhomes that we can't fucking jack up with jacks.
Which is none.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I worked down in Loveland, we had like our outdoor four-poster that was for motorhomes and buses. Then we had these giant like industrial jack stands, so if you're doing brakes, you have to lift it up, the jack stands under, and then lower the four-post. Dude, just looking at this motorhome on like 4 steel sticks, it's like, well, that's kind of sketchy.
Right. I mean, it works every time for 99 point, like, whatever, but...
One time it doesn't. It's gonna be a bad day.
Right, and that's why one of the reasons why I'm, like, happy not to be in that setup. But it can also be one of those things, too, where, like, you're more likely dying driving to work than you are going to be at work.
No.
Which is a wild statistic to say. But
Also, let's talk about those ball joints you found the other day. The fuck was that?
Why is not every single one...
That was amazing.
Why is not every car made that way?
I don't know. That was great, though.
Screw in ball joints.
Yeah.
It makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like, people like bitch about, like, well, what about, like, the fucking, like, the northeast or whatever, like, have you ever tried to press out rusty ass ball joints? It sucks way worse
Yeah.
than trying to get something that's threaded to come the fuck out.
Yeah, they both suck, whether it's pressed in or screwed in. If it's rust, it's rust.
Right.
It sucks ass.
Right, and...
The only difference is you can work threads loose, but you can only push harder.
Right.
When they're pressed in. Just wait for that fucking disastrous pop where all your fucking spacers and shit go
Right,
flying.
and it's so much more dangerous than 90% of other ways to do it. You're like pressing them out. Like, again, it was like, let's say they're stuck and they're nice. And you're just waiting for it to go boom! And, like, that noise will never, like, fucking not be jarring.
There's just so much tension to where the ball joint just pops out like half an inch at once.
Yeah.
All your shit fucking falls off the press. So that's cool. That's great. All your giant fucking heavy steel plates and shit.
Versus having a big ass fucking socket to fucking. That was so amazing.
That was great. That was so satisfying to watch.
I was like, yeah. Anybody that's ever done ball joints,
2 Ugga Duggas.
yeah. Well, I love how they're using a fucking axle nut socket too. It's not a real socket.
Not an impact socket by any means.
I've used those with impacts all the time.
I've used everything on impact. Doesn't matter. Little chromies.
Everything breaks.
I split a couple, but fuck it.
Everything breaks.
Lifetime warranty. What are you doing with this? I was just tightening a spot.
The tool people know what they are. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, the tool costs enough. It's part of the fucking thing.
Right.
I'm really buying 3 of them.
Right.
So yeah, I was using my screwdriver as a pry bar. Give me a fucking another one. I'm not done with the job
I hated
yet.
tool guys that would be like, nah, dude. And you're like, go fuck yourself. You don't return them back to Snap-on, Maco, or Mac anyways.
Yeah.
You just trash it.
Yeah.
So don't
You just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, stop fucking giving a shit. Yeah. Fucking tool guys can be as bad as parts guys. When you got a good one, fuck yeah. When you got a bad one, ugh.
Which is a lot of the time.
Yeah, again, it's most of the time. Most tool guys are garbage. Most parts guys, garbage. But you get a good one, you're like, fuck yes, dude.
Who actually knows what the fuck they're doing.
Show up every like tool guys that show up every week are the best. Even every other week, I don't give a shit.
Every week's still nice.
Like, when we have like a small shop, like like my shop is, like every other week, or just tell me, hey, I'm once a month kind of guy. That's fine. I don't give a shit.
As long as you're regularly coming.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing that kind of sucks now is the whole mobile thing. I get them when I get them.
It's one of those things where, like, you need to get your one that you like.
Well, about a couple of Loveland, I've had their numbers for a while, so if I need something I'm in the area, like, hey, where are you at?
It's one of those,
if I'm down in Longmont, I don't know any of you guys are where the fuck you are.
Right.
So just move on. Luckily, I've never needed anything so bad, like, that I couldn't go get at, like, a parts store.
Right. Well, luckily, like,
We don't do a lot of
now-
special
right.
tool shit, a lot of whatever.
I think it's one of those things, like, again, like, so if you find that one, we're always here every Tuesday, and you show up once a month for them. Like, hey, like, I'm here once a month, or whatever the fuck it is. I remember, like, shop that my uncle owned back in the day is very different than the beer you work
It
at.
is. I don't like it.
But you do. There's the shop my uncle owned, my dad worked at.
Yeah.
They kind of like stopped dealing with the tool man that was here in town. His name was Bill Smith, and he was kind of a fucking jackass. But he was honestly a good tool guy. He was just an asshole. He's a good tool guy because he owned all the shit around here for a very long time. Are you kidding me?
Soft little lady hands.
But, did you forget a drink or what? I don't know what flavor it is. They replaced all the flavors my favorite one is the lime cucumber.
Cucumber lime is so good.
It's the best one. And they apparently didn't have any at King Supers when I got my shit ordered in. That's a decent clip if you're gonna fucking put any booze on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, that's already a decent clip.
I was like, should I go down here and fill it? I was like, that's a lot.
That's a lot of booze.
Oh, I did drip on myself. Look at that.
Just a nipple.
Profile.
But yeah, we had to meet him at the gas station, which was by our house at the time, and also by his house to fucking pay him. Way back in the day. It looks like a totally different Gatorade now already.
Just built different.
This way I can get my electrolytes while I get drunk.
Oh! What the fuck, man?
Apparently you can't close it, you can't open
It's
it,
closed.
you can't drink it.
It's closed. What the fuck is that? God damn it.
It's always a fucking shit show with you, my guy.
Alright.
Yeah?
It's not bad.
That's like perfect.
Yeah.
It has like the hint of like tequila at the end, but like that flavor has no flavor anyways.
The flavor has no flavor.
That flavor of Gatorade.
Very dull mango.
Yeah.
That's why when I drank, I was like, what the fuck is this? Tequila flavored Gatorade.
That's basically what we got. It's like agave flavored. We'll put it that way. Agave flavored.
Agave flavored Gatorade.
Yeah.
Agave.
They could probably sell a shit ton of agave flavored Gatorade.
Oh yeah.
Why don't they have that?
Why just like even agave water? Like you have your lime water, your cucumber water, whatever, just agave water.
What? The fuck is happening? I have no idea. Is it raining outside?
Is there
I
water?
I have the window open in the bathroom.
I'm just hitting the leaves. That sounded a lot more aggressive than it was.
Right. I was like, it sounded like a water line burst or something.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, the pipe just fucking started leaking? What the fuck?
I have that window open all the time just because, like, just have some airflow.
Blowing up
And,
that toilet.
That's
Have
what
you seen that
But like
fucking...
the water like runs and it hits the dirt right there, and it sprays the dirt into the bathroom. That's why the top of the toilet's all fucking dirty.
Have you seen that letter, Kenny, about the toilet? This fucking super hick dude is like the janitor, and it's him and McMurray and fucking the main dude. What's his fucking name?
I don't know. I don't watch it enough.
But they're in there, they're having a conversation. He's talking about there's shit on the toilet. That's how he says it. It's like, there's shit on the outside of the toilet. He's like, what? He's like, oh, you think that's gross? You should see the Uranus. And then, dude, it's such a funny, stupid little clip I'll have to show you. Because the guy's face is just so genuinely stupid.
Yeah, I don't watch it a ton. It's not really my.
They
my
shit
jam.
outside. They're shit on the outside of the toilet.
The toilet.
Toilet.
Yeah, it's just not. I mean, I just have trouble like sitting there watching shit. Like if I'm not doing something else. I probably should put that one on when I'm like working or whatever.
It's just a fun, like, quippy show. Just the one-liners and just their dialogue is the funny part. And
Yeah,
stupid
they're going on
little...
tour. They're gonna be in Denver, I think, in September, October, something like that. Well, the one dude, the big dude, he's actually a stand-up.
He's so funny.
Yeah, his shit's pretty good.
Squirrely Dan.
I don't know any other names, to be honest. The only time I watched it was because Charlie made me one day, and then he fell asleep during the middle of it. So
Squirrely Dan's the big dude. There's McMurray, which is the hick with the tight white shirts all the time.
hey, we're tight white shirts.
He's very stupid. Yeah, it's a funny
Play
show.
RuneScape and watch shows, that's what I do, yeah, puss.
Yeah, puss.
That doesn't make me the puss in the situation. I'm just saying that's not actually the thing.
You ain't your puss.
I mean, you could be here, you puss. Oh yeah.
Weird. You will be Buddha from now on. I'm gonna rebrand my channel, Buddha Boy.
Buddha boy. The Buddha Burp boy. Or Burpy Buddha boy.
I'm the new BBB. Fuck the Better Business Bureau.
It'd be better if we get a C up in that just BBC, like figure something out. Buddha boy.
Buddha Boy content. That's the general umbrella company of everything I do.
Buddha boy content. I'm still dying laughing that Wingate came and stole a beer and then
Dude,
left.
that's fucking...
I mean, it's on brand as fuck, don't get me wrong. Like, I wish we had a camera.
Sorry.
I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Alexander! This is where the dicks hang out. Oh, that's right. Gaylor told me you're helping with cleanup here now, eh? You should shake more than once. We know what you're doing. How long you been at it? 48 fiscal hours. Boy, that's more enough time to see a nightmare or two around here, eh? Sometimes there's shit on the outside of the toilet. Huh? Sometimes there's shit on the outside of the toilet. Is that right? You think that's bad? You should see the Uranus. Huh? You think that's bad? You should see the Uranus. They get pretty hairy over there. Or sometimes there's shit on the outside of the Uranus. What? Sometimes there's shit on the outside of the Uranus. What? Well, how do you think you got there? Remember how I said sometimes there's shit on the outside of the toilet? Yeah. Well, I bet the shit got on the outside of the Uranus the same way the shit got on the outside of the toilet. Isn't that something? Just piss now I'm streaming. Swain? No. Hurry now, not back in you. Alexander! There. You're Canadian. In here. European. Oh, shit.
Oh my god, dude. This is why sort of it's so, like, stupid.
Then they have the conversation all over again.
That's bad. Sometimes there's shit.
I can't do it. It's too much. Like, if it was only, like, the one-liners every time, like, it'd be fine, but, like, it's too much when it's doubled up.
That, I mean, they did that specific. It's not that bad all the time.
Yeah, but
especially when they
I've
bring
seen
in, like,
enough to know that it is
like
like
when the
that.
hockey boys start chirping back and forth. It's so fucking funny, dude.
I've seen enough that I know that it's like that a lot of the time. Not like always, but like they do it a lot of the scenario.
Oh yeah, they beat it. They beat all their shit to the point.
Right, and in some instances that is funny. And others like that one where I'm like, okay, I'm done with the joke now, and then they bring it back through for another 3 minutes where I'm like, okay, I can't do it.
This would be a good base with a different flavor. Something with actual flavor.
Yeah.
Like grape, maybe.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I'll take
It's
your
funny,
other
it
beer
just
that you-
tastes like
that you
tequila.
don't want to drink.
Oh yeah. Not a
Right,
fan.
it tastes like a light tequila. What?
Take my buddies.
Oh,
What?
How is it any better? The spit does this.
Eat side S&P Grill Marks Fun.
Hell yeah. What?
I know what this is.
Grill marks, bud.
The wind and the water.
Wish it wasn't fucking raining.
The other day, I was like, I thought that like something got down in the this window right here. And I was like, you kept like hearing the leaves move around and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I wonder if like a squirrel got down there, like it was like hurt or something. I look over the edge and I was like, there's a dead squirrel in there. So I was like, I'll take care of it later. And then I kept hearing like the shit, and I was like, well, it's not fucking dead. And I see a frog fucking smash in the window. I was like, it was a fucking frog? Why is there a fucking frog in my window? So I get I go outside to like with like a a piece of cardboard or whatever, like peel like the frog out, just cause like he wouldn't like let me grab him. It's like, I'll figure this out. So I got I look down there. The dead squirrel is a fucking plastic squirrel in the fucking windowsill. I was like,
The fuck?
I was like, where the fuck did this A come from? B, why did I think it was? I had to kind of jump a little bit to see what's like down there below those seal. I was like,
So just a quick glance.
yeah, quick glance.
You're
Like,
gonna assume it's dead over plastic.
right. So yeah, there's a plastic squirrel. I was like, what the
Is it
fuck?
still in there?
Yeah, I just left it.
Take that to the bar and cost me some shit.
It's like it once you see it, you're like, but like maybe you should like go over there and like look over it. You may not be able to see this. Might not have light out there. Like you're a little bit taller than I am, so you can kind of like.
Oh yeah. That's a chipmunk dipshit.
But like if you have to like for me where I had to like get up there,
Still a chipmunk.
there's a quick like there's a dead squirrel or something in there.
It died in a cute pose.
I couldn't see that.
Interesting.
But yeah. there's-
Chipmunks makes more sense. It's like, who has like a plastic squirrel as a lawn decoration?
I'm sure there's people.
Chipmunk makes more sense.
Yeah, but you can see like when I'm like
Yeah.
a quick glance, like there's a fucking. I mean, I had to like get the shovel or whatever and get rid of it. But then I was like, I'm a fucking dumbass. It was just super dumb. Yeah, that little extra 6 inches of height that you have on me, 5-6 inches. You're like, oh, okay,
I can take a good gander.
right. But I have to like just get a little jump, nothing crazy.
Just a little heel toe action, no big deal.
But like, yeah, the frog was surprising. I was like, what the fuck? It was a little one. It wasn't a very big one. It was,
We had a lot of them birthing
Yeah.
all over the place.
we just have no bodies of water nearby.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we have like the irrigation ditches, but like even that's still like far enough away that like they wouldn't be up this way.
Yeah.
Just very random.
Hot tub. It's a hot tub next door.
I mean, it could be filled with fucking amphibian life at this point.
Either that or chew cans.
I mean,
Worst fucking
you have-
smell. That was aggressive.
and that was your guys' fault. You caused it.
Don't do shit. What's that can?
Are you sure it wasn't your can that you fell asleep next to?
Sorry, he left it on top of the cover, and we shut it. It just fell in, but it was long cuts. It's a cardboard can. It was dissolved.
Right. But I mean, you fell asleep in it, so.
I don't like to talk about it. I don't mind the whole falling asleep in a thing. Just
It
the other person that fell
was
asleep.
the dopey ass Dan that nobody likes.
Yeah, that was the weird part. Like if I fell asleep by myself, whatever. I fell asleep in a hot tub. But I fell asleep in there with another dude. That's kind of weird.
Very weird. Last
And
time I
we were
saw,
all naked at some point.
I think the last time that I saw him, I yelled at him in road because I do not like him.
It was so funny. Like, yeah, let's go skinny dipping, and all of a sudden we just have a hot tub full of naked dudes.
Well, the girls were only going to be in there for so long, so the girls were only going to be in there for so long.
Well, no, girls. It was just Andy and Lindsay.
Bailey was in there too.
Very short amount of time.
Either way.
She didn't stay around to show her boobs. At least the other two did.
I was not even going to venture my way out there. I was not going to deal with that garbage. And fucking... It was also cold as ballsack because it was fucking New Year's.
Some hot tubs are perfect, bro. It's cold outside.
If the hot tub works properly.
It was warm.
Not, like, good. Like, it maxed out at, like, 95.
It's warm enough. 95 when it's 30 outside.
Well, it's also
nice.
it's a shitty hot tub with the jets didn't work and...
It's probably not sanitary.
Right.
Yeah.
You had, the wrong people taking care of it.
It can be a lot of work if you don't like maintain them regularly.
They're a giant pain in the ass.
A lot of bullshit. And when every time you use it, you're supposed
It's because
to
they're garbage. Like, the materials are
It's
made
like-
out of trash.
It's like the motorhome of the pool world.
Pools in general are kind of the motor in the pool world.
Well, no, it's like a nice big pool has a nice filtration system. It has nice newer pools have like self-cleaning systems where you
Yeah, but
just
have
load
you
the
ever
chemicals.
like seen how they're actually put together? It's garbage.
What do you mean?
Pools, like everything that has related to do pools, unless it's like public style. Even public style is kind of like, eh. They're like
Okay.
materials are janky and they're garbage. They don't last long. Like they're just trash. Again, it's like any like power sports are the same way. They're all garbage in the end game. Yeah, they're the motorhomes of the housing world, which is funny because motorhomes are housing technically.
Technically, they're cars.
They're technically both, and that's why they're
Garbage.
yeah terrible.
Two things that are a lot of work to maintain and people neglect. Let's combine them. Charge way too much for them.
It's that. I mean,
they
that,
appreciate about 80% as soon as you buy them.
oh, dude, they're worth nothing.
There's
It's
no resell.
nothing.
None. If you buy it, you're in it for the long haul, buddy.
I mean, even boats have better resale than motorhomes do. Like I motorhomes just. I'll never buy one. I'll rent one. Do the thing because it's gonna cost the same per trip anyways.
Right.
That's what people don't really think about either. Like renting it, it's gonna cost a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. To rent a motorhome for a week's like $2 G's. It's a lot of cash.
Mm.
But like, if you're gonna have that motorhome and take it out 10 times,
But you're also never going by yourself if you're renting a motorhome.
right?
So like if it was like a bunch of friends, like renting one for a road trip,
Yeah, $200.
split it, you're good.
Yeah. So it's one of those things like,
Renting them, driving them's fun. They're fun to like fuck around with.
yeah.
I would never want to own one.
No, it's like you're spending 20 grand a year just to keep up on it every time.
Yeah, it's like German cars. I love driving them. They're fun to drive.
For the first 5-ish years of owning a German car,
Not bad.
pretty solid.
But
But like after that, especially if you can't work on your own shit,
yeah, which
like
I just
people that
don't
buy like
like
10-year-old German cars and like, I can do the upkeep, and they're like, I don't know how to do anything. And you're like, looks like you're gonna spend fucking $3 grand every year.
Yep.
Too much money. Which is funny, because when you find that one German model that's like fucking dope, and just is dope all the time, like an E36 BMW, mid '90s, like 3 Series.
Yeah.
Those are solid ass cars for forever.
Like in one of the shops right now, there's a fucking 2020 what was it?
You get M3, 4, 5, 6.
I think it's an M3, but it's the kind that looks like a Bugatti in the front.
So yeah, it's the new ones.
Yeah. It's like you can't afford a Bugatti, so you buy a BMW that looks like a Bugatti. Which I mean, I'm not saying Bugattis
I'm
are
so torn
affordable.
on if that grill style looks good or not.
I think it looks good on a Bugatti because they kind of piloted it, and it's their thing. I saw that BMW. I was like, holy shit, they have a Bugatti here? No, BMW just has a Bugatti grill now.
Right. I can't decide if I like it or not.
I like it on a Bugatti because it's kind of their thing.
Fair. And the
Like-
BMW style, it's like the BMW style is it's just big. It's like when Ram put like the big Ram in the middle of their grill.
So fucking stupid.
Like, I don't like those.
I had a taxidermy ram head. I wanted to like fasten it to the front of my Ford just to be a dipshit.
That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah, just fucking wire tie it to the front of the
Until
truck.
it overheats.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But yeah, it's like I can't decide if I like that style or not of that big grill because like I don't think it looks as bad as people portray it to be. But like the previous generation looks so good. And that's like, the
I
new,
don't think it looks good on a Beamer.
yeah, I'm on that. I don't
like
know.
it on a Bugatti. It's their thing. That's their look. I like the look of it. It's just weird to see it.
I think it's going to be one of those things where over the next 5 years we're going to get used to it and then we're going to like start to like it. Much like remember like the
when I
the
first
07, 08 Tundras came out. When those came out, I was like, that is the ugliest fucking thing on the planet.
They're pretty cool.
They're not that bad looking.
No. Well,
Like-
it's just like when I first saw a Tesla, it was like they didn't look bad, but just the weirdness of not seeing like a fucking grill on a
Right.
car. But now I like the way it looks. It's clean, it's sleek.
Right. Jeez. All those burgers coming out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Don't wave it. Like, push it. That way. Not that it actually matters.
No.
But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, in a couple of years' time, we'll be like, oh, that's not an ugly car. Now, there's very few cars that I'm like, whenever they come out, where I'm like, that is ugly as shit, that I continue being like, that is disgusting. PT
Like,
Cruisers are one of those.
What is it, Pontiac Aztecs?
They say that they're ugly. They're not really that bad.
I didn't like them until I watched Breaking Bad.
A lot of people put it in that scenario. What's funny is they're still garbage.
Oh yeah.
I hate that platform of car, like that. The vans,
I don't think I've ever
Overlanders,
worked
are
on
out.
one.
They're junk. All of them.
Sure.
Well, you've probably worked on the Buick version, the Rendezvous.
I have worked on one.
Same car. Because they sold a lot more Rendezvous, but I think the Rendezvous are fucking uglier than the Aztecs are. You know what's funny about that? Like that, the color that was like most prominent that people put up like bad pictures of the Aztec on, the yellow one. We had a customer for a long time that owned one of those, and I had to work on it all. And it was just so dumb driving around, like, god damn it! Like I'm driving the pinnacle of what people think are bad cars, and honestly, like drivetrain wise, they're just pretty standard GM 3.4s, like what is the 4T60 or whatever that's under them?
Yeah.
Like it's just standard shit, but like. They're pretty ugly, but I don't think they're that bad. I'm trying to think of like a really ugly car. One that'd be like, that is no.
What was it? It was like it was a European, I think maybe French, was like this really ugly fucking van. Maybe it was German.
Well, Renault and PSA have a general bad looking car scenario. But like, I'm trying to think of like one that like is here in the States that I would be like, absolutely not.
Like people think the Volkswagen, a lot of people think are ugly. I think it looks fucking sick. The things.
Yeah, but that has a utility look. I don't think that would be necessarily a bad looking vehicle.
There's a lot of people who think those are ugly. Like, I think they look fucking cool. Because, yeah, it's a very unique...
What a unique scenario. I mean, I'm trying to think of like one that I would like, absolutely not. I will not own it because it's too ugly.
These are the ugliest American cars ever made.
I'm also
The first fucking picture that comes up.
Again, but they're not
They're
actually
not that bad.
Yeah.
The 1948 Davis Devon.
That's just weird.
See, but that's almost got like the uniqueness to where it's kind of cool.
Right.
It's like,
See, people
it's
like
almost
didn't like the
futuristic. It
Gremlins.
is weird that it's like a 3-year...
The first generation Panameras were pretty ugly.
Studebaker Manta Ray. With a jet engine on the front.
That was never actually a car.
But again, it comes in like, even if it was,
Right.
like, it's a uniqueness that, fuck it. What is that? That's what the back of it looked like. Now we're getting into like speed racer shit.
Right. That's not that bad of a looking car. Austin Allegro. But again, it's just a shitty shitbox car. Like,
The Mustang 2's in 74.
but even
not
those
that bad.
kind of haven't, like, they've aged pretty well. Like,
The old Pacers. Those
there's
aren't
one in
that
my
bad.
dad's garage. By the way, my aunt bought one of those brand new.
Challengers look fine.
Right, I'm trying to, like,
The late 90s Camaros, they're not that bad.
none of these cars that they're showing are ugly,
No.
which is funny. There was
The
one
General
here.
Motors EV1. I remember that one. Or the electric car from the 90s.
Right, but that's just Metro's looking, so,
Yeah.
like,
It's like a futuristic
it's a
Metro
Saturn. It was, like,
with
just
a
almost...
weird back end, yeah.
So, like, they put, like, this Ramblin' Marlin here. We have one of
Number
those, too.
2 is, they're saying Aztek's the second ugliest car. It's not that fucking bad. PT Cruiser.
I find them ugly, but like again, like I won't buy one because they're garbage in general. Okay, this list is trash. 100 ugliest cars of all time.
PT Cruiser.
First
again.
generation Tiburons are pretty ugly.
Ford Taurus isn't that bad. Chrysler Imperial isn't that bad. Pintos weren't that bad.
Jukes aren't that like, and that's the thing is like I think it's one of those like you may not necessarily like it, but it's not that it's not none of them are that bad.
Yeah. The SSR was kind of ugly.
I would say it's pretty ugly, but
It was like a pickup version of the fucking.
They're the same chassis that my Envoy is.
What am I thinking of? The PT Cruiser.
Oh, the
Or pickup
HHR.
car. Huh?
The HHR is what they kind of look like because HHRs are kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Cadillac Seville.
But yeah, what's funny is again, like over time, we become
Frames.
accustomed to that scenario where they don't become that ugly, and they weren't that bad to begin with.
None of these cars are that ugly.
Yeah, and that's what's weird about like
Here, it
cars.
was these vans. I can't find a picture of it, but these vans are pretty weird looking.
Yeah, that's a Renault. What are they called?
That was the van I was trying to find. It's a different style over there, though, too.
Right, and that's what's weird about cars.
See,
is
like,
that,
for them, that's probably not that bad. They see a Gremlin, and they're like, that's fucking ugly.
I just looking through these 100 ugliest cars, and I can't. They're saying the 2009 Ferrari California is an ugly car. You guys are fucking. Whoever put Edmonds.
Spoiled little fucks.
Edmonds, you are not it, apparently.
Jeep Trailhawk.
The 2000s BMW 7 Series is on their list. But yeah, here we go. It's a Fiat Multipla.
Yeah, just.
Those are pretty ugly. I don't. That car could be cool as shit. I don't think I'd buy it just because it's so ugly.
Like a 2006 Jeep Commander. They weren't that bad.
They weren't. No, they were standard.
Those standard Jeep shit.
Yeah.
Ford
Yeah.
Focus, Pacers.
These lists are trash.
Jeep Cherokee.
And that just goes to show you again that they're not really that cars. Even when we find them ugly immediately, we just kind of like, oh, it's not okay. What about the new medium duty or the 2500 Silverados? What do you think of those?
The new ones? The 2022s?
Like 2020 up,
Let me. What's Silverado what?
2500.
Let's see.
I think they're pretty ugly.
They're not bad.
They're not great though.
The problem with me with like pickups is they're all starting to look the same.
They have to be. And they're in the same. Well, they don't have to be. They're coming to the point of being like cars were in the mid 2000s, where they're trying to figure out aerodynamics for a vehicle that size.
Whereas it's the best design.
Right, and they don't have like they don't have the styling chops yet to figure out how to make a low, drag coefficient vehicle that size without making them look kind of the same.
Right.
Part of the problem with trucks, too, is that truck buyers are, I won't say unique because it's most of the United States, but they have like this, I need the biggest, the baddest,
very focused
bullshit.
look.
Yeah. And that's part of like the difference with when it comes to like trucks, and you're like, fuck, dude, it's not that bad. Stop. I think the 2020 up half ton or 3/4 tons up are kind of fugly. But again, in 5 years' time,
It'll be normal.
right? You know, after you see fucking 2 million of them over the course of 5 years, you're like, okay, I got it, understand. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either, my guy. I don't know either. Let's see what this. Now we just have no rain. It's supposed to be, so it's 70% chance of rain at 10 p.m., 50% at 11 p.m., and then it goes down from there. Well, do you want to venture on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. All right, I think we're gonna cut it here. We've had Wingate pop in and out for absolutely no reason.
So fucking funny, dude.
Super silly.
Did you see this in the top video? Did you watch that one?
Yes,
That one was pretty funny.
I did. We'll see you next week.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah.